Oh, I look like a complete mess. Okay, I've got oil in my hair, and just to spruce up a little bit and look a little presentable for you, I've worn a bright lipstick and some bright earrings. So the reason I'm doing this video today is because of my last video, that is 15 beautiful made in India skincare brands which you could support, promote, buy from. I did a lot of research when it comes to that Indian skincare brand. There were many more, I think 5 or 6, which I plan to do in part 2, but that is something that I've just been testing out for the past, I would say, 3-4 months, and the other 15 I have been testing it out for the last 1 year, and I absolutely love them. As you guys know, I'm a creature of habit and I take a lot of time when it comes to skincare. Alright, I take my time to understand everything, how it suits my skin, and then I talk about it in my videos. But there are many skincare brands that are in violation of law. The market is flooded with skincare brands at the moment, claiming to be natural, claiming to be organic. And if I have to show you my email of the amount of emails that I get from various brands asking me to review them, asking me to talk about them for sponsorship deals, and the amount of times I've said no, if I had a penny for each time I said no, I would have a comfortable amount right now to play around with and do some shopping. Alright, the first issue was made by a couple of you that were doubtful about how authentic Indian skincare brands are, and that is such a fabulous question that was brought to me. Okay, this is something I took for granted because as a content creator I can shamelessly say, okay, and it's very silly of me to put it out there, but it's true. All right, we have to admit it, that we are very privileged when it comes to having a very close equation with the brands as well as certain brand owners. We get all sorts of information, and we as content creators take it for granted that you all know this at the same time. But what I understood from my last video is that many of you have found it difficult to get every bit of information from brands. Now, I know this video is not going to go down very well in the eyes of those many brands, but you know me, I just don't care. I've always been that person who, if I see a problem, I address it publicly. This is something I thought, oh my God, I have to address this once and for all, because this wasn't the first time such a comment has come to my channel since I speak about a lot of Indian skincare brands, okay, especially natural and organic. Now, in my last video, many of them were natural, many of them were organic, and there's a huge difference between the two. Alright, and I shall do that, requires a whole separate video, that explanation, okay? This video is about many skincare brands not having the license, okay, their trade license as well as their manufacturing license to sell their products. Now, as a content creator, I ask my questions to the brands, alright? I ask them whether it's cruelty-free, I ask them for the ingredients, I get to know about the brand owner, and especially if there's someone starting off, I like to get to know the person, get to know the face behind the brand. Okay, so I took it for granted that all of you do the same thing, but clearly so many of you don't, and I want you to start questioning the brands that you are buying from. But when you do your research, please buy exactly what your skin needs. And many of the brands that I work with closely, that I absolutely love, they're usually very proactive in giving you all the sort of information you require. You need to find out what are the ingredients. Another most important thing is you need to find out if at all they've got their license in place. You do not want to put anything that has not been tested out. So in the description bar, I'm going to leave a link that's going to take you straight to the document on things that you really need to ask and the things that you really need to see when you buy a certain product. For example, this is not sponsored by the way, but I'm just showing you this for an example. This is from the Mom's Co. All the information is always given, okay? This is what a normal packaging should look like. This is what a brand should do. Many times the information is never given here, and many of us miss the point of the information given at the the bottom bit of a box. All right, this is where the manufacturing, where it's manufactured, the address of the company, the expiry date, where it is made, all this, a barcode. This is extremely important from any brand, okay, be it skincare, be it makeup. This is really important. So there is the Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940, and there is also the Drugs and Cosmetic Rules 1945 that lay down the laws to manufacture cosmetics in India, and there are many brands that violate this law. Basically, what it prescribes that a license to manufacture must be obtained from the licensing authority appointed by the state government in Form 31 accompanied by licensing fee of rupees 2,500 and an inspection fee of rupees 1,000 for every inspection. It's not a big fee, okay? So if a brand is saying that it is very expensive to get a trade license, that is something that I would be worried about. So basically all cosmetic brands must have a license issued by the states to manufacture cosmetics. I understand there's a lot of difference between a trade license and a manufacturing license over here, and I'm also going to explain why I usually promote certain brand owners who do not have a manufacturing license in a bit. Even in the documents that you are going to read in the link below, which will make it easier for you to understand what to look at when you look at a packaging, it also states that a license does not automatically mean that the product is of high quality and safe to use. So most of the brand who's got a manufacturing license that I have mentioned and I've worked with is GMP compliant, and GMP means good manufacturing practice. Many of the brands like Conscious Chemist holds a license from the drug control department as well. Another example is Shesha Beauty, that is manufactured in a facility that is GMP compliant, and they have the drug controller license as well. In conclusion, when you're asking a brand for their license, and especially for a manufacturing license, these are the things that you should always look out for in the packaging. So I'm going to take this one from Juicy Chemistry. This is not sponsored. I'm just showing you exactly how to find out if the brand has a manufacturing license. This is just for your information. The packaging must contain the name of the manufacturer and complete address of the premises of the manufacturer. The name of the manufacturer and the principal place of the manufacturer shall be given along with the PIN code. A distinctive batch number, that is to say the number by reference to which details of the manufacturer of the particular batch from which the substance in the container is taken are recorded and are available for inspection. So this is also extremely important. A manufacturing license number, and to end, the most important of all, the list of ingredients. Any of this information is missing in the product, you need to contact the brand immediately and ask them, and if they do not answer, that means the manufacturer is in violation of the law. I know for a fact that in a place like India where there's corruption of the highest level, there are many brands out there who can actually just pay, getting away with so many things, so many issues within the company of selling toxic makeup, selling expired makeup, despite having such license. I'm talking despite having a manufacturing license, despite having a trade license. But the one thing that we can do just for our satisfaction is still ask. The two no-brainer questions should be the license, and the second one has to be the ingredients, and it has to be your right to get that from the brand. The reason I will still continue to support upcoming brand owners, especially women owned, is only because there are many of them who do not have the funding for a big manufacturing unit. You know where I'm coming from? But they still make beautiful skincare. They have understood the science behind certain skincare. They have beautiful packaging and all that, but they do not have the manufacturing license because they are very small. They have their trade license intact, but they do not have the manufacturing license. And I call them hidden gems. That's something that I need to test out, give them a chance and still talk about it, because it's my duty to still give them a shout out and give them my platform so that they could put themselves out there and probably do better in life. And when they do better, when they are being supported by the entire community, they have enough funding to get a manufacturing unit and become much bigger. Many of the brands started it that way, and that's exactly what I plan to do. Because we all know there are huge corporate companies with a lot of funding, money backups, who've got all the license intact and still do not have ingredients that are actually safe for your skin. The only reason they get away out here is because we do not have stricter laws where we can sue a brand if something goes wrong with us. So here's what I'm going to do. Going forward, every time I talk about a skincare brand, while I write all the plus points, I'm also going to write about which brand has got what license. Then you can support, you can buy, you can promote using your own discretion. There are lots of skincare brands that does a lot of DIYs and want to experiment on your skin. It is completely your prerogative, and you need to make that informed decision whether you want to support such brands or not. So I hope this video gave you as much information as possible. Like I said, in the description bar, the links will be given if you want to read a lot more about what to ask your brands and what are the things that you need to look out for. And I hope to see you in my next. I love you so much. Bye for now.